Hey everybody, welcome back. So, we're live. Um, we were live yesterday also. I put out a video just a few minutes ago, so if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out when you're done watching this. The reason I'm going live right now is they're getting close to possibly doing this test. So, the last time they tried testing the ship, right? The last one, it went boom, right? That was in Massey and it kind of blew things apart, and that's why they can't test over there. And yeah, so now they're testing here. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't like that they're actually testing on the launch pad itself, but you know what? They're doing it. They're retrofitting it, and it looks pretty janky, but it kind of is what it is. It's kind of interesting that they can even do this. It was probably some very smart people figuring this out to see if it is a viable option. So let me go ahead and bring up, let me see, here we go. We can see Lab Padre, that's their live feed, and we have NSF also with their live feed. I just threw them both up so you guys can see them, and you can watch what's going on. Either with me or with them, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but we want to kind of document what's up. Um, I kind of like that they're doing it, even though it is kind of, when you look at it, very janky, as I said. At least they're doing it. And someone asked yesterday in the chat, they said, is this something that is required by the FAA? They have to do the static fire or not? And honestly, I am not sure, to be completely honest with you guys. Maybe it is. So maybe they have to do it and they need to do it somewhere. And Massey's kind of blown apart and they're fixing that over there. So they had to retrofit this thing, come up with some alternative. And they built this, which is, it's never been done before, literally. And who knows how many times they're actually going to use this going forward. But either which way, it's definitely kind of cool, right? So, like I said, we have Lab Padres, we have their cam going on one corner, we have NSF on another corner. They're both amazing. They do an amazing job at capturing video of what's going on over there on Starbase. I guess we should say Starbase City now, which is kind of cool, right? Elon Musk has a city. So yeah, Starbase City. Um, if you guys don't know, for this launch that's supposed to happen right around August 4th, Shannon and myself will be on location. We will be in South Padre over there. We will be on location to watch it happen and to cover it. And we'll have our own cameras pointing in this direction, just a few miles up the road. So we should be able to feel it, smell it, taste it. So this will be the first one, and I've been covering all things Starbase, all things Starlink for the last like 50 months, over 4 years now. So it's exciting for me, for sure, to be able to do this. And going forward, they're going to have the Starbase 2 here, right in Cape Canaveral, which is even better for me because it's right up the Space Coast, about 3 miles, like 3 hours, I guess, northeast of where I am now. So I'll be able to cover these, let's say, a lot more going forward. So this will be the first one that will be on location. So hopefully you join us. It will be on hopefully the 4th, if that happens. But there is contingency plans, and I will be flying out with a one-way ticket, a one-way ticket to Texas, to Starbase. And I'm going to be there for a few days, waiting for it to happen. If it's going to be like a week, it probably won't happen. But even if it is a few days out, we will stay there, and I'll probably deliver to you guys coverage from Starbase, which will be kind of cool too, to have a background instead of here in the office. It'll be in Texas and South Padre. So we do have a location already set up out of Margaritaville. So we do have a really nice suite, balcony, the whole 9 yards. So we're not going to be with everyone else on the rooftop. Actually, I don't think Margaritaville even allows you on the rooftop anymore. They did, but I think that got to be too excessive. I think it was just too many people. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me see who's here. We got, let's see, Reno San, how are you doing? Robot Andy, thank you for being here. Primo is here. Mark J, thank you for being here. Jim is here. Who else? If you're in the chat on this live feed, say hello so I can see you and say hello. Say hello. Let me see here. Let me just move this around so I can read this chat a little bit easier. There we go. That looks good. Let me just do a quick mic check for you guys. Can you hear me good? See me good? Everything copacetic, so to speak. Lip sync, is it too far off or is it close? That's been like an issue as of late. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, I think there was an update with the Scarlet and the focus rights and the I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, let me know. To make sure everything is good. We got clear from Jim. Thank you so much. You are in sync. Holy hell, I'm in sync. I can't even believe it. Let me see what my mic sync is set at so I can remember this. I'm in sync and I'm at 600 milliseconds. Okay, 600 milliseconds. I will keep that. I will process it. I will store it. So yeah, so it will be exciting for me to be able to cover this finally on location in comparison to having to watch it. Um, I mean, this is just cool for me. Absolutely cool. I'm a nerd, obviously, um, and this kind of stuff definitely sets me off. I absolutely love it. I love it. So we saw for the last hour or so over on the Lab Padre feed, we can see like the chill down happen. They've been moving locks around, right? Liquid oxygen. So we can see all of the smoke. It's not really smoke, but we can see it all. And it gets, sometimes it's a lot, sometimes a little. Right now, you don't see too much venting, but we should start seeing that chill happen. And as you can still see that chill happen, it goes through in the methane first. And then we got, anyways, as we see that start chilling down, we know that we're only going to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes away. How many minutes? I really don't know. And if it goes off, I don't know. Yesterday, it looked like it was going to happen. Maybe they would do a spin up on the thing and they would, or actually fire off one engine. Are they going to launch? Are they going to fire off three engines? What are they going to do? I don't know. I really don't know. No one knows because we're in uncharted territory right now. We've never seen anything like this. This is not normal, right? This is not normal. You don't, they normally do not attach a a starship to this pad like this. So once again, this is all retrofitted, but they're doing it and it looks cool. So kind of neat to be able to see it. Um, Also, to commemorate us being over there and covering this August 4th, 5th, or whenever this ends up happening, um, I threw together a shirt. Check it out, guys. You see it pop up? Hopefully it popped up. Lift off with us, the J. Christina. And we have IFTX. I had to throw in there. Why? Of course, because Elon Musk X and X would represent 10. So it's IFT 10 or IFTX. Take a look at it. If you want to pick that up, pick it up, help support the channel. That's over at jchristina.com/shop. Once again, jchristina.com/shop. I will stick it in the chat real quick. Let's see. It is jchristina.com/shop. There you go, guys. So if you're interested, check it out. There's sizes from small all the way up to 4X. And according to Shannon, he said he picked up a 4X. So we're going to see what it looks like. So we will see. It looks like there's a lot going on. We're seeing more, more gassing happening. We're seeing a little, there's not much. See, before it looked like more was happening, but when we look at this, it looks like it's starting to chill. We can see like a good section of it kind of freezing up. So we're getting close. We're getting close to seeing this actually happen, which is exciting. Once again, it's exciting. For me, I want to see it actually go through so that we know that we will be about a week out, maybe 5 days out from launch. That's normally about what it would be. Obviously, we're in uncharted territory. So, will this actually take that long? I think so. That should be about how long, because we looked at the amount of time it took to build it, and then they need to break it down, they need to move it off, and do all. So to do that, I'm going to guesstimate about a week. And if that is the case, that will put us in right around the 5th of August, maybe the 6th, possibly even the 4th. It depends on how fast they can make this happen. So we will see. We have tickets going into, once again, one-way tickets going into Starbase, into South Padre, the 3rd, I believe. So we will be there from the 3rd going on. So hopefully it's like the 4th, the 5th, maybe the 6th, the latest that it happens. But we will see. We'll be there for a little bit, and keep doing coverage from there. So anyways, once again, if you have a question, put in @JChristina in the chat window, @JChristina. That always makes things much easier for me to find stuff. Mark says, "Hey, Joe, I work with your wonderful wife." That's Mark. How you doing, Mark? How you doing? Yeah, I'm glad that you're here, Mark. So, yeah, this has been it's been quite a time. Some people have been with me for since the beginning. Some people have not. I've been doing this for, like I said, 50 months, covering SpaceX Starlink, Elon, Tesla stuff, anything that's having to do. Now we're doing some AI things. As a matter of fact, 2 videos ago, I did a whole piece on AI and what Sam Altman talked about, OpenAI and ChatGPT, and how he's kind of fearful of what's going on with AI and how the government is going to force them to provide your queries and the answers to your queries if they get a subpoena. Unlike Apple, Apple is like one of those companies are like, I don't know, we don't have it. We don't know anything, you do what you want. If you want to try hacking our phone, you got 3 tries, then it locks down. We can't help you. Whereas with Sam Altman over there at OpenAI or ChatGPT is like, if they request, they send us a subpoena for every query that you do, and we're going to have to give it to them. And then the New York Times said, hey, listen, we want you to save everything, even deleted queries. Like, really? It's like, how is that supposed to happen? I love these requests from people that have no clue on what goes on when it comes to AI and these queries and billions of queries. Like, where does the petabytes of storage come from? It's just like, I don't know, come out of the air. Do they not understand how these server farms work? I mean, where is it going to come from? Where is all this, resource? What are they going to do? They're going to offload it to tape? I mean, just stop already. It's just kind of stupid. But anyway, so yeah, watch that video. I had a good time putting that together. It's kind of strange what's going on with AI, but it's interesting at the same time. So what are we looking at here? Is there any more? Are they cooling this thing? I don't see any additional frost, but we will just keep listening. We will see what ends up happening. I'll probably stay on probably about a half an hour maybe or so. If they don't end up making it happen, so to speak, I'll get off. We'll just kind of like hang out for a short, kind of like a brief time here. What else we have here? Jim says, howdy, Joe. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Grok was updated. Grok was updated into my car and he lost his mind. I love that. That's from Primo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you want Grok in your car? I don't know. I personally use Grok. I like Grok. Some things are better with ChatGPT compared to Grok, in my personal opinion, but then other things that Grok allows you to do, I like better than ChatGPT. It's kind of like getting to know the AI and knowing how. Oh, look at the flaps. Flaps are moving. You see that? I like that. That is that is good. There they are. They're moving. Look at those flaps, bud. Look at that. Holy hell. That means we're getting somewhere. So we're probably like maybe about what, 5, 10 minutes away, somewhere around there. That is sweet. You notice those flaps on one side, you're seeing the heat shield, and then on the other side, it's virgin. It's complete metal, right? That's why when that vehicle or when the craft comes in, it has to come in belly first, because if it came in sideways or if it came in upside down, it would melt. That would be it. So there's a lot going on with this heat shielding. They've changed things up a little bit. Those heat tiles have changed. They're also doing an active cooling system on those tiles. So instead of them being passively cooled, basically ceramic dinner plates, they're going to be actively cooled, meaning that they're going to cool the backside of them like you would like a CPU, like a processor, which is kind of neat. I like that. Honey Badger's here. Thank you for being here, Honey Badger. Thank you so much. Appreciate you as always. As always. Um, Let me see. Primo says I asked him how he felt about Elon haters, and he went crazy for 4 minutes. I love that. That's good stuff. There's so much stuff going on with Elon and his cars and Tesla, but I always say, like, you don't look at Tesla as a car company. Look at Tesla as a robotics company, as the largest robotics company on Earth in the not so distant future, a company that will put a robot in every home within a decade. That type of company, right? You're talking about 20, maybe 25 trillion dollar. I mean, you're talking about just a monstrosity. All right, a massive company, trillions and trillions of dollars. So we'll see what ends up happening with it. But that's the way I see it. I don't see it necessarily as just a car company. You know, it's not. It's a hell of a lot more than that. So, we will see. Just like right now, we have SpaceX Starlink being the main breadwinner when it comes to SpaceX, or Elon Musk in general. I mean, SpaceX Starlink is paying for everything. It is definitely the main breadwinner. And people didn't realize that would even happen. When I came on board when it was beta, I was like one of, I think it was like 112,000 of us. Now there's like over 6 million worldwide. So it's just exponential growth, right? Like this, you know? It's not been slow growth. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why they've made it so that it's a little bit more difficult to get on with SpaceX Starlink in certain areas. They charge an extra fee, $100, $250, $500, $750, and even up to $1,000 to get SpaceX Starlink today in certain areas. To slow down the onboarding, there's just too many people. There's no way to facilitate all of these people. Chad, good afternoon, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hope for a clean burn. That would be sweet. I want to see it. I want to see it, John. I don't know. Once again, we have this test, which is kind of like an anomaly test, something that's never been done before. This is definitely odd. Um, when no one would have thought, no one would have thunk such a thing of attaching this to the base, and actually firing it off right there in the trench, on the main pad, right next to Mechazilla. Because if this thing blew up like the last ship, Ship 36, well, that would be a bad thing, right? Just like how Massey is currently disabled because they're rebuilding things. That would be a major setback if you took out Mechazilla here because this thing exploded. So I don't know. Are they going to do a full fill on it? Are they going to do a full complete burn? Are they going to do 6 engine, 3 engine? Are they going to just do a single engine? Are they just going to spin it up? What are they going to do? I don't know. It's kind of interesting though. It's kind of interesting. We can we can see, it's getting cold. We can see a little bit of venting going on. We can see that there's a lot that's already frozen there, but it's just it hasn't really went any further. We can see those liquid nitrogen, methane lines. You can see the frost build up. So, I mean, you know, something is happening, but not not a lot. Let's just say not a lot. So I don't know. I don't know. We will keep watching. Um, I figured what 5-10 minutes. That was about 5 minutes ago. So maybe we got about 5 more minutes. We saw the flaps move. That's good. We'll see. Look at that. Look at the amount of frost on that. It looks small, but it's probably like what, you know, 50 feet, 40 feet of frost. I don't know. It's hard to get a an understanding on how much that really is because of the scope, the size of the ship. Each one of those tiles are like what, 6 inches or something, very small. So that's why when you add them up, it's like I remember they put at one time, if you guys remember, a banana just for proportions, so you can get a scale of how big this thing is. They put like a little banana dude, which was kind of cool, kind of cute. If you guys have any questions, put at @JChristina in the chat. Once again, at @JChristina. Check it out. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and see. Yep, that shirt is still in there. The lift off with us. That's over at the shop, jchristina.com/shop. You can always check that out. So when we're in South Padre, if for some reason this thing does not happen, oh, we're seeing. Here we go. Here we go. This looks promising. This is looking promising. We're seeing more venting going on here. All right, here we go. All right, we're probably within minutes. Hmm. Keep watching, guys. No one. Thank you for being here. No one. It's getting there. It's getting there. So what I was saying is, before this thing actually happens, um, I'm thinking that even if for some reason it doesn't go off on August 4th, even though we're going to be flying in on August 3rd, right? If it doesn't happen on August 4th or 5th or 6th, I'll be doing coverage right from Starbase, which will be kind of neat to have a cool background. And then we'll also, Shannon will be there and we'll probably drive around and see what other kind of cool things we can find and then share with you. Don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the community page. Community page is where I'll put like photos and this type of thing. If for some reason I have some video, which I do a lot, I'll probably stick it into Instagram because for some reason YouTube hasn't figured it out yet that in our community page we would like to share very short video. But see, they don't want creators like myself to share video with you in the community page. And the reason being is they can't monetize it. Make sense? Don't share anything. If you want to put anything on your channel, put it in there for everyone to see so we can monetize it. Don't only give it to people in the community page. So, they do stupid stuff like that, but it kind of is what it is. It is what it is. If you're new here, in the chat, say hello. Even if you're old, say something in the chat so I can say hello. Let's see. Fenny says T minus 2 minutes. Yeah, probably 2 minutes. I think I was coming up with 5 minutes, and that was probably about 5 minutes ago. So we're probably down to about 4 or 3, somewhere right about that right now. So what are they going to fire off? One engine, three. What are they going to do? This will be interesting to see because once again, we're in uncharted territory. We don't know. This has never been done before. God forbid they blow this ship up right next to Mechazilla. That would be just a really bad thing, and it would literally put things back by months. Let's just fingers crossed that this thing does not blow up. This is one of those things. I remember I was talking to Shannon about this and talking to you guys too. I'm like, should they do this or should they not? I mean, this is a major risk to do this. And I know they probably did the math on it and they said, hey, this thing withstands 36 Raptor engines. Maybe it can withstand this thing exploding, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm sure there is some extremely smart mathematicians going through it and saying, yeah, we should be able to make this happen and not have to worry about it. I don't know. Kind of scary, if you ask me. Kind of scary. But it is what it is. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. Yeah, Fenix says, oh, one engine. All right. All right. So Fanning says one engine. Okay, we'll see. One engine shouldn't be that big of a deal. The biggest thing is the propellant that they actually load it up with. How much are they going to load it with? Are they going to load it up just with enough for that one engine spin up? The question is, does anyone know? I've had this question. I don't have an answer for it. Maybe you guys do. Is this required by the FCC to go forward with the launch on next month, August 4th or 5th, 6th, whatever? Is it required to do the test fire? Is that why they did this? Why they made this ad hoc, you know, craziness and did all of that, like napkin math and try figuring out exactly what is required? I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have a question, put at J Christina in the chat so I can see. And also, if you're just kind of hanging out, thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so. And don't forget, I have 530, 535, somewhere on there, SpaceX Starlink videos. Take a look at my playlist. I put them all together. There's probably like 2,000 videos on this channel, but 500 of them, more than 500 of them, are specific to SpaceX Starlink. How-tos, tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out. Let's see. Chad, here we go. Here we go. Are we watching? Deluge system on. There we go. Yes. Yes, guys. That was just one engine. That's it. Holy crap. That is a lot of water for one engine. That was like a full roll on the Deluge system, it looked like. That was a ton of water for one engine. Holy hell. Now, I didn't expect that, guys. And they only had the thing on for like what? Seconds? It wasn't like a single engine burn for like 30 seconds or something. That is weird. Holy shit. That is crazy. That was really cool. I don't even know. You could barely see that the engine was on in all of the water. You see like a little bit of a flame, and that was it. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was enough water to be able to handle, what is it, 33 Raptors? Not one. That was crazy. Guys, they didn't blow up. That's good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. That is the neatest thing. Let me see if we can do like, let me see if I can pull this back. Um, Let me see if we can pull the Padre back and see if we can do a rewind on that. Hang in there. That was the most crazy thing. There was literally nothing. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get this. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing. Hmm. That was 7 minutes ago. Let me see here. I'm trying to find where this thing actually was. It about 4 minutes, 3 minutes? I'm going to run that again and see if we can get this to replay. I'm going to get the Lab Padres hopefully to replay. There's so much data here to go through. It's not an easy thing to do. So bear with me, guys. If anyone has a CDT time of when it fired in the chat, stick it in there so I can rewind to that specific location. If you have an exact time when it fired, CDT, we're right now looking at 13:52. That was 5 minutes ago. Here we go. That's 13. This is 13:52. 13:52, guys. All right, let me rewind this. Here we go. 13:52. Here it goes. You can see it on take a look at the top one. Take a look at Lab Padre. I have that in rewind, and you should be able to see it there. There it goes. There's a rewind on that. Bird flies by the camera. Deluge system is like on max. And you can't even see that. There was a little bit of a glow. I think I saw a little bit of a glow in the mist. And that is it. Oh my goodness. You know what, guys? I'm going to go ahead and play this again, and I'm going to make it full screen so that you can see it a little bit better. And it was 13:52. Let's see, 13:52. Let me back this up a little bit. Here we go, guys. Here it is. I'm going to bring it up full screen so you guys can see it better. There it is. There's your rewind. This is once again from Lab Padre. Man, you cannot even see. There's no way. You cannot even see. I mean, there is a slight glow, is about all that you get. A slight glow to the mist. And that's it. So they didn't take any chances, guys. They took no chances at all. They just let this thing rip, and they did it in such a way that there was, I mean, this ship itself would just have to explode on its own for it to actually be of any kind of problem. I'm going to rewind that again because I know there's a lot of people that are just joining that want to see this thing. I'm going to go full screen with it again so you guys can see it. There you go. Here it is. Check it out. We can see the water flowing there on the full screen shot here. There you go. Bird flies by. You can see the shake on the camera, but you can't see the glowing at all of the engine until like right about here. It's almost like a little bit of a greenish color, and that's about it. You don't even see it. That's how that's how much suppression basically there's there. That's just crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. That is pretty neat. Um, so yeah, Wes, it did not explode, guys. It did not explode, which is sweet. We'll go ahead and rewind that again since we know exactly where it is. Let's go ahead and do that so you guys can see it again. Here it is, right about there. There you go, guys. I'm gonna let that run again. I know NSF, they're probably trying to pull up trying to rewind stuff too. Um, I ended up doing it on Lab Padres, so this way you guys can see it. We'll have to do the same thing with them or let them do their rewind. Did you see how the camera just shook there? Just on that one Raptor, just the one. How much power. But yeah, there is so much water there. There is nothing. It's fine. It is absolutely fine. No problem at all. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this back where it was, just like this. And yeah, we will. I'm going live. We're doing this all live. So this is not CNN here, guys, right? We're do, we're doing all the manipulation for you real time so that you can see what's going on. Anyways, there it is. There it is. It ended up happening and it didn't blow up, guys. It happened and it didn't blow up. I'm going to let this thing roll one more time and then we'll call it. Let me see here. Let me go back. Let's say it's about 7 minutes. I'd say, yeah, right about here. There you go. If you're new, you just got here, take a look at the upper right-hand screen. I'm doing a rewind, I'm doing a replay of this actually happening. So take a look, upper right-hand corner. All right. There we go. Keep watching your top screen, and you should see it within a minute. What did we say? It was 13:52, I think it was. Yeah, somewhere on there. So that's 13:51. So keep watching the upper right-hand corner. As soon as that says 13:52, it's about 50 seconds away. You're going to see the replay of it. So go ahead and watch. AKA CNN. Exactly, Mo. How you doing, Mo? Thanks for being here. It's the Christina News Network. Yeah, JCNN. um, yeah, so while that plays, keep watching the upper right hand corner. You will see it. If you guys want to pick up a shirt, you can go to jchristina.com/shop, pick one up, help support the channel. And moving forward, August 4th, actually August 3rd, I'll be on a one-way flight to South Padre. We'll be staying in Margaritaville. Watch the channel's community page. If you're going to be in the neighborhood, stop by. We're going to have a single, probably like a night or something where we can all kind of like hang out, have a beer or something at one of the local areas there, but maybe even in Margaritaville in the resort there itself. But either which way, watch the community page. But we will stay. Like I said, I have a one-way ticket there. So I will be there on the 4th, hopefully covering the launch of IFTX. But if not, that's fine. I'm going to most likely do some broadcasting and some recording right from Starbase since I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for at least a couple of days. I'm not just going to pick up and leave if it doesn't go off on the 4th. I'll be there on the 5th, most likely on the 6th, maybe even on the 7th. I don't know. Once again, that one-way ticket. And then if it just doesn't happen, it's going to be pushed back for a week or two. And then, of course, I'll come back home to South Florida. But if not, I'm going to be there. And regardless, while I'm there, I'll be doing coverage from Starbase. So we can see what kind of footage we can get from there. Maybe we'll see an alien. I don't know. Or is that Area 51? I don't know. But it should be interesting either which way. Anyways, guys, that right there is what it looked like. We see it once again. You can see that replay in the upper right hand corner. You didn't even get to see the flames. You didn't see anything. The reason being because it's just one engine. They spun it up. So we'll see what happens. Maybe tomorrow they'll actually do 3, or maybe they'll do 6. I don't know. Or maybe that was enough. Once again, if anyone knows, let me know. Is it required by the FCC for them to spin this thing up? Do they have to do a test fire or not? I'm not really sure. So if any of you guys know, let me know. So anyways, if you have any questions real quick, I'm going to stay with you for another couple of minutes. Put an @JChristina, once again, @JChristina in there, and I'll answer any of your questions then. I'm going to see if I can get this thing to roll one more time, and then I'm going to get out of here. So let's see. Let me see if we can make this happen. Let's see. What was it? 53 we said, right? I think it was 53. No. There's 56. Move that back. 55. There's 50. All right, 52. There we go. That should be good. There you go. Watch that upper right-hand corner, and you will see the test fire. Single engine test fire. We can see the water deluge system flowing right now. There's a lot. Um, a ton of water. More water than that they needed, obviously. But maybe they just wanted to test out the water deluge system too. Why not, right? They've never done this before, so you might as well be safe than sorry. And man, you can't even see the ship anymore. There's just so much. That's from one single Raptor engine. One single Raptor engine. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let me see. What do we have here? But what actually happened here, was this just a test, or is the rocket set to take off yet? It is not ready to take off. So now what they'll do is they might spin it up one more time tomorrow. If they do, maybe instead of one engine, it'll be 3 or 6, whatever. We'll see what they do. They might not need to do anymore. Maybe this is it. I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I believe road closures are still set for tomorrow. I don't know if that's just because they didn't know if this was going to go off today or not, but either which way, the road closures are still set up for tomorrow. So that we do know 100% the case. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. At this point, they need to break it all down and recreate it for Super Heavy down there. And then, of course, install the Starship on top. So we will see. Hopefully this happens by the 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. I was guesstimating that once a test fire happened, it'll be about a week, maybe 4 days, 5 days for them to get it ready to actually launch. So we will see. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little bit of live coverage for today. Take a look at the video that I just did today. That's out there right now. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and take a look. Kind of cool stuff on that video. Anyways, blessings to all of you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.